What's going on, guys? So as you know, in this series, one of the big projects I'm going to be working on is making a sleeper setup for the back of my truck. So now I'm in the middle right now of restoring the lid. We're adding all new seals, we're readjusting it, we're scraping off any rust and giving it a nice coat of paint. However, there is something that we need to address if we're turning this into a sleeper. When I think of a sleeper, I think of comfort, and the truth is this plastic bedliner is not cutting it. It's got these really deep grooves. It's very spiny and painful to lay on. It holds water and it just won't make for a very good experience. So with comfort in mind and without further ado, here is our solution. For those of you that don't know, this product is called a bedRug. It's basically a foam-backed carpet kit for the bed of your truck. It's made out of this really awesome material that's water resistant, mildew resistant. You can pour bleach on it, battery acid, and it doesn't break down or stain. Between the durability and the comfort, it was a no-brainer choosing this for our sleeper setup. So I was actually having a huge problem finding this. I knew I wanted to run this product for a while now, but I was having a hard time finding one that was either anywhere near my side of the country or have been left out in the woods for however long or are in someone's shed just kind of rotting away. With these bedliners being as rare as they are, I knew once I saw one for sale I had to jump on it right away. This actually came from a farmer up in Georgia. They actually had just bought a Dodge Dakota, and when they took the tonneau cover off, they saw that this bedRug was inside of it. And they plan on moving livestock around, throwing a bunch of equipment and stuff into the bed, and they were concerned about the durability. So because of that, they wanted to sell it right away. They saw how clean it was and how in good shape it was, so they didn't want to mess it up. So fortunately, I was on Craigslist at the right place in the right time, and I was able to swoop it up. And I am so happy that I did. This material still has such a shine to it. It really just seems brand new. I really could not have asked for a better deal than this. There is one small stain right there. Looks like there was just a bolt or something that sat here for a little while, but everything looks so good. The zippers went together great. The material still has a shine to it. I really could have not asked for a better deal than this. But enough chit chat, let's get this plastic liner out and let's get that bedRug installed. That's one way to do it. Not the not the way I wanted, but I guess it worked, huh? Oh, look. Found a shovel. All right, so now that we got that plastic liner out of there, it's time to put the carpet kit in. But before we can do that, we gotta get all the dust and dirt and grime out of this bed, so the Velcro that holds it in is gonna have a nice adhering surface. Now, when doing this, you could use alcohol to clean the area down. You could use a little bit of degreaser, anything really, but a little bit of alcohol or even some light nail polish remover will probably get the job done. Oh, and if you're wondering why the sky looks so weird behind me, it's because it's raining right now. But we gotta get this done, so we don't have time to wait. Let's get after it. Alright, so I don't know if you can tell, but it started raining a whole lot more. And I think it's the world's way of telling me that I'm not going to be able to broom out all this dirt because now it's kind of just mud. So I think it's time we get a hose and we wash this thing out properly instead of taking the easy way out and just, blowing it around. Alright, let's get this thing clean. Alright, so where we're standing right now is pretty good. We got the bed all cleaned out. The paint in there is still really nice. It's a little worn out from the plastic liner rubbing back and forth on it, but besides that, the paint's in pretty good shape. There's a couple rust spots that we're going to have to touch up that are letting some dirt into it, but for now, we're just going to be able to cover that up and install our new bed liner. So now, to secure this to the bed, I went and got some hook and loop. It's basically just the standard Velcro stuff that we all know. In it, there's about 16.5 feet, which should be more than enough for what we need. All we really need is just the rougher side, the hook side, and that we're going to be securing onto the bed. The bed liner itself actually has the soft stuff on the other side, so you just stick this down and the bed liner will stick down too. And to anyone watching this, sort of as a DIY, I'm going to have links to all the stuff I'm using down in the description below. So when applying your Velcro, the best thing you can do is first put the bed liner inside your truck. Make sure everything fits, make sure the zippers all work. You really don't want to go and commit to anything before you know the product is going to fit properly. Something also to take note of is which rows is going to need Velcro, considering that the bed liner only has it in certain spots. So the best thing you can do is first install the bed liner and see what rows that falls in. So let's get our bed liner. Go. Just roughly line it up. Figure out, where exactly everything here needs to be. Nice. So now that we got this bed liner mocked up, you'll be able to see what I was talking about. The floor of the bed liner kit is actually a really thick foam that's contoured to match the shape of the bed. And if you look farther down here, you'll be able to see what I was talking about before as well. That's the Velcro that we want to stick on. There should be one here, and I think there's going to be one on the other side as well. Might be one in the middle, but this is how you figure out what row you want to set your Velcro on. Looks like we want to use the one straight right next to the wheel well. So now we just got to pull back out the bed liner, put our Velcro strips where they line up with the rest of it, and then go from there. Quick tip, guys. While doing this, I realized it'd be much easier to just roll it over onto its side. That way I was able to look up at what I had to match down on the bed. Also, when deciding how long to make it, I figured I'd make it a little bit longer than I needed to, just in case I had to move the bed liner forward or backwards in order for the walls to properly fit. Quick check for alignment. All right. Nice. Perfect. That sounds pretty perfect to me. So that worked out pretty well. I definitely wouldn't move around too much, let the Velcro properly adhere before you start really dialing the fitment, but definitely mock it up to make sure everything is the way you want it to be. Alright guys, so now that we got the base stuck down, it's going to be time to get work on the walls. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure that the base is as far back as possible. So we're going to lift it up off the Velcro that we just laid down, and we're going to move it all the way back, and that's going to leave us nice and centered for when we stick the walls on. Already, this setup feels so comfortable. So now that we got the bed liner centered and stuck down, we're going to start working on the walls. Just like the center, how it has the two strips of loop material, the walls all have the loop material too. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hooks, and we're going to cut it up into little squares, stick it onto that strip, and then when we push the walls up to where they belong, the Velcro is going to get stuck, and that's going to be left behind. So then if we ever need to remove it, the Velcro will stay, the carpet kit will come with us, and then we'll be able to wash it out, clean it, whatever we gotta do. So let's go cut this up into some squares, and we can finalize this install. One of these days, I'm not gonna make that. I know, I'm gonna fall. And hopefully I get on video, and you guys get a good laugh out of it. that, guys, you understand the basic idea of how to install one of these kits. It really is nice, even just working around in there, crawling around on my knees. It's so soft. That foam padding on the bottom is really, really thick and just makes it so much more comfortable back there. It definitely is going to be a great addition to our sleeper setup. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but we never actually secured the tailgate portion of the bedliner. And that's because I got something I'm pretty excited about coming for that. The truth is that tailgate, it's all rusted out, it's completely worn out, and it just needs to be replaced. So I got a pretty creative solution for it that I think is going to add a pretty nice look to the truck. So definitely go like, comment, and subscribe. That way when that video comes out, you'll get a notification. You'll be able to keep up with the build. Thanks, guys, and hope you're getting out there.